I'm actually doing these videos in the evening. Kaya good evening po sa inyong lahat. Anyway, so I'll be starting this tutorial with the schematic symbol. So this is the schematic symbol of this linear type of component, or this type of linear resistor, that what we call potentiometer. So as you can see, and as depicted by our schematic symbol, it has three terminals. What are the three terminals for? So these are the three terminals. And then, being variable in nature, what we have is a shaft at the center. So what's the purpose of the shaft? This shaft is being represented by this line with an arrowhead. So it simply means that this pointer, if this represents the shaft, since this shaft is actually moves, the moment you start moving this shaft either from left to right, what you're actually doing is you're actually varying the resistance between the center terminal and one of these fixed value terminals at the end. So it simply means that if you start moving this shaft towards the left, you're actually gearing, or you're actually moving this arrow towards the left side, or towards 0 if this is 0. And when you start moving the shaft towards the right side, you're actually increasing the resistance between these 2 points. So given that these are we have 3 different terminals, as this arrow moves at one side, it lowers the resistance between these 2 points and eventually increases the resistance between these 2 points. So that's how a potentiometer works. Now, in order to test this, because this is practically the nature of this video, we need to test it in 2 different ways. One is to determine and test if the rated value that is embedded on the body, now this value can be anywhere, but this value is actually at the back, or it can also be at the side at times, or at the front. That's the value of this other potentiometer. This is also a potentiometer. This is a tapered, and the value is out there. That's 100 kilo ohms. And also, this is another type of potentiometer where the value is also written there, which is 500 kilo ohms. So given that, when we start testing a potentiometer, there are 2 things that we need to test. One, we need to test if the value that was indicated in the body remains the same. So for this particular example, we have a 1 mega ohm rating for this potentiometer. So if we're going to measure between these 2 ends, the meter must indicate that we're measuring a resistance of 1 mega ohm or 1 million ohms. Now, the other test that we need to do is to determine if the resistance changes as we start moving the shaft from either end. So given that there will be moving parts, we'll not be using a regular test rod. Instead, we'll be using an alligator clip so that we can clip the terminals and make it easier for us to move the shaft, and simply watch the meter as it moves. Okay, so for this particular test, we'll be using our analog meter set at times 10K. So given that the value is 1 mega ohm, the reading should be at 100. So that when we multiply 100 times 10K, the actual value is about 1 mega ohm. So let's start testing the value. So in order to test the value, the fixed rated value of this potentiometer, we need to place one of our clip at one side and the other clip at the other side, and then watch the needle as it moves. So for this particular test, it eventually moved to 100. So 100 times 10K, that's 100. That's 1 mega ohm. Now notice that even if I move the shaft, given that these 2 clips, oops, sorry for that, given that these 2 clips are connected at both ends, what we're actually measuring is the actual rated value of our potentiometer. Now, what we're going to do is the next test, which is to test if there will be changes in the rated value as you start moving the shaft. So let's start from the center and from one of the sides. And there you go. So as you can see, the meter or the needle is actually moving as I start rotating the shaft. So it will continually move until it reaches the lowest resistance. So let's try the same test with the other side. So let's just place this, click the other side, the other terminal, and notice that it started again from the 100 because it has right up at the maximum position. So let's start moving it again. So there it goes. So as you can see, our resistance value changes as we start moving the shaft. So given that it eventually met the criteria that we need in order to determine if this variable resistor is functional, we can definitely say that it's still functional. So here's another example of another variable resistor. So this is another potentiometer. This is a mini potentiometer. Notice that it's called mini because of its smaller size, but the test principle remains the same. But this time we need to change our meter settings, given that it now has a much lower value, which is 10 kilo ohms. So we're going to change our multiplier to ×1 and then adjust 0 ohms adjustment to ensure that the needle rests at 0 when we do the measurement. Okay, so again, using the same principle or the same test method, we're going to first test if the rated value of this variable resistor is still the same. So there you go. So we are at ×1k and the needle points at 10. So 10 times 1k, the rated value is, or the rating is 10 kilo ohms, which is actually our rated value. So this potentiometer, in regards to its rated value, the potentiometer is good. So what we're going to test now is again similar to the test that we have done to this potentiometer. We'll now be testing if the shaft is still functional. So same method, we're just going to transfer one of our terminals. So we're going to click lips at the center and then start rotating the shaft. So as we start moving the shaft, the needle should start moving with it. So there you go. So we can now say that the potentiometer is functional at that side. So let's transfer this to the other side. Moving the shaft again, this time doing it counterclockwise, and there you go. So again, we can definitely say that this potentiometer is good.